Hey guys, today we're doing something just a little bit different and might start doing more top 8s. But we're discussing 8 Pokemon great for competitive play in the Pokemon TCG. First we have Mawile from Sword and Shield base set. For 1 energy you're allowed to search for any Pokemon. With that you can use to search for Pokemon like Zacian, leading to an earlier chance of having a full bench. If by your next turn you're not knocked out, you can use Crunch, which does a base 40, which seems pretty mediocre at first glance, but your opponent then has to discard an energy from their active Pokemon, which in certain circumstances can put your opponent in an active loop, adding and discarding energy over and over and over. And number 7 we have Eevee. With its ability Watch Over enabling you to heal your active Pokemon once per turn, which is great in and of itself, but its move Psychic does a base 10 plus 60 damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. It's a great card for any Psychic deck as a great offensive Pokemon. So I've noticed I've been going a little bit fast, so I might as well slow down a little bit. Rant V lands in as our number 1 spot. As for 3 energy of any type, you may do 160 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, which can scrap Pokemon before they're even sent out. And with a retreat cost of 1 and an HP of 200, this is a great Pokemon for any deck to annihilate your opponent's bench Pokemon. And number 5 is Frostmoth, which is mainly on this list for its ability Ice Dance, enabling you to attach water energy from your hand to your bench Pokemon, which is amazing for stacking your bench Pokemon up in even your first or second turn. Number 4 goes to a trainer being Air Balloon, which I had a very tough time putting over Big Charm, which lets the Pokemon it's holding have 30 extra HP, which is great for any tricky situation, but I chose Air Balloon for allowing the Pokemon it's attached to have 2 less retreat costs. So if your Pokemon has a retreat cost of 2, now it has no retreat cost, just a spectacular card you can use to switch your Pokemon at ease. That being your opponent isn't playing Tool Scraper, then you might have a tougher time. Number 3 is Morpeko V, Max. With Max Discharge, which is a great damn name, you can do a base 180, which for 3 energy is awesome, and in addition you can do 20 to each of your opponent's bench, which having an HP of 300, it's a bulky bench record. Marnie comes in at number 2 as another trainer I had a hard time picking between this and Professor's Research. But Marnie, she's something special, letting both parties shuffle their hand and putting them at the bottom of their decks. After that, the user draws 5 cards and your opponent draws 4. Off the bat, wow on getting the upper hand. That's all. Finally, at our number 1 spot, we have Zacian V. As a card that's been making waves in the competitive field, Zacian V, and to a lesser extent, its lovable yet not as popular brothers Amazente V, are on another league of their own. Zacian's ability Intrepid Sword allows the user to scope the top 3 cards of their deck. If any of those cards are metal energy, attach them to Zacian V, yet you end your turn in the process. Brave Blade does 230 damage for 3 energy, which kind of reminds me of Rillaboom V's Wood Hammer, which does 220 and does 30 to itself. The downside is you cannot attack your next turn, but if your opponent has a bench Pokemon with no energy, knocking out their active and skipping a turn won't hurt if they don't have any energy, leaving them with either an empty bench or you drawing your 6th prize card. And that's all, folks. That was our top 8 Pokemon for competitive play in the new Pokemon Sword and Shield. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and feel free to like and subscribe if you guys do, please. And I tried keeping the cursing on a minimum, which in these type of videos I'm going to continue to do. But as for our pack openings, I guess we'll see how those go. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.